Is there a fly in here? I swear to God.
Do me, do that fly, Sean.
Bloody hell's that? Anyway, Neil. Sod the fly. We're going in.
Landing on my lip, John. Landing on my lip.
There it is.
Good evening.
How do? How are we this evening? Neil, that wasn't a fly. That's a what they're called? Cold sores?
John.
Or a coleslaw, because you did give her a pizza hut earlier on.
Honest to God, he's doing my head in. Really, he's doing my head in.
Oh, I'm Neil. I'm just sharing it with a few teams and stuff. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
Bear with me. Bear with me.
You're paying the arse tonight, John.
Oh, that'll do.
Doing my head in.
That'll do. Anyway, move on, Mr. Stay Puff Marshmallow Man. He's had his time in the limelight. Evening all. How are we? Tonight, we have got Leanne-Burnam Richards on the show, Neil. How about that? How about that? Can't bloody wait.
Give me a good one.
Do you know what? She's going to be a fantastic guest, and I'll tell you bloody why. 1, she loves horror. 2, she loves spooky nuns and spooky monks. 3, she loves a good craft beer. What more does anybody want?
What more can you ask for?
What more can you ask for? Do you know what I mean? So people are going to come in. Please fire some questions in if you don't mind. Any comments, any questions for Leanne will be absolutely fantastic. Any questions for me and him here, even better.
Now leave me out of it.
Yeah, no.
No.
So yeah, Neil wants some questions. He keeps saying, "I just sit there and shaking my head." Know what I mean?
John,
Craig, throw him some questions in, pal.
No,
bamboozle him.
I don't them alone to throw me nothing in.
Yeah, so like I say, tonight's guest is Leanne-Burnam Richards. And tonight we've got a paranormal hour, which we'll start the show with in a minute. A paranormal roundup, a quick fire 10. We're going to chat about child's play. Actually, Neil, thinking about child's play, right?
Yeah.
This morning I had an omelette for breakfast.
Yeah.
I was just about to cut into it, and the omelette jumped up, grabbed my knife, Neil.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to chuck the egg. So there you go. That's child's play for you. And what is Leanne going to put in Paranormal Room 101?
Well,
we will find out in the show. I can tell you, bloody.
No names, Leanne. No names.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are Booze and Booze, part of Paralytic Activities, and we like to start the show with an ale, Neil. What we got?
Oh, we're doing the paranormal ale first, Johnny.
Neil, we always do the paranormal ale first, pal. Because we're just waiting on Leanne. She's just putting a lippy on. She's in the green room. The curlers are still in at this moment in time. So she's going to be ready in 5 minutes. What was that? Sorry, 5.5 minutes. So, yeah, Neil, paranormal ale.
Right. Talk about a songbird yesterday. This is a new one, John, from the old Cafe of the Metro.
Cafe of the Metro.
The best bottle shop and ale bar in the Midlands.
Midlands?
I think it's in Britain, John.
It's got a chance now. It's got a bloody chance.
You know, they have live cobs.
They have live cobs, yeah.
They have live music.
They have live music.
They have cracking ales. And Estelle and Porter. Fantastic people. And it's so relaxing. If you like an ale, chill out.
Yeah.
John, what's it like?
It's bloody fantastic.
It's bloody fantastic. Anyway.
That's what it is.
What we got today? We got one called Songbird, right?
Oh, by the way, Neil, before you say Songbird, Cafe Metro, right? They've got some more bands in the next couple of weeks. They've got
Really?
the governors and people like that on.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I want to take the boys from Wednesday Paranormal because we are associated with Wednesday Paranormal. Take them down there
Oh,
for
what
a
are they?
couple of tipples. You know what I mean? Russ, Dennis, and the other one, Neil. Sorry, Neil, pal. Yeah, we're going to take you down to Cafe Metro, meet Estelle and Porter, have some nice light ales, and just have a laugh.
Have a
That's
sing
what it's
song,
all.
eh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, we've got Songbird from North Brewing Company.
Lovely.
It's a smooth and hazy IPA brewed with a citrus mosaic hops,
Nice.
with freshly squeezed orange juice, tropical stone fruit, soft and sweet blueberry, and a fresh
Yummy.
cut of pineapple. Yes, in.
One of your 5 a day, people. Pour it, Neil.
And you know what, John?
Swear to
You
God.
know, it's too late. It's 6%, which to me, you know, there's a delay in here or what?
Sounds fantastic. It's the internet, Neil. It's everyone's a couple of seconds behind. You know what I mean?
6% it is. I mean, you can't even see through it, but you can smell the flavours, John.
Neil, here's one I made earlier. Don't be blue, Peter.
That is really nice. You can taste the strength as well, can't you? 6%.
That's a cracker.
You have 4 of these. You
That's
know,
a
you've had
cracker.
4 of these.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
me personally, I wanted a nice pint of a director's bitter, but we've gone with this. So there you go.
Bloody fantastic. Another one from Cafe Metro. Get your arses down there and you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, Russ, Neil, and Dennis, we're going to take you down there one night and say thank you for helping us being part of Wednesday Paranormal's master plan kind of thing.
Master plan.
Yeah,
That's 2 Oasis songs, that is now.
Is it?
Songbird and Master Plan.
Oh, is that? I thought that was a Beatles song. Oh, that's Blackbird, isn't it? Sorry, I'll get my bands mixed up. Oasis wanted to be the Beatles,
I know.
so you know it all comes together in the end. So there you go. Neil, Leanne just informing me right now from Deadhead. The Deadhead's up there, Neil. That she's going to be 2 minutes. So people, Leanne will be on in 2 bloody minutes.
2
Neil,
minutes.
read the comments. See who we got in.
Well, we've got a question for Leanne here, and she ain't even on yet.
Well, we
Jolly
can,
boy.
we can come to that. I just want to say thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for watching the show. We'll get as many comments in as possible. Please get some more questions in for Leanne. And we're just going to have a laugh and have a ball of a time. A paranormal laughing. Paranormal Wayne's World. That's what we like to be. Paranormal Wayne's
Yes,
World.
we've got
Garth.
Hayley Summers girl on the chats.
Nice.
We've got, obviously, Facebook users, so we don't know who's who. Mr. Dead Cold, Mark Boner. Oh, yeah, Marcus.
How you doing, pal?
We've got
Neil.
Teresa Boner as well.
Nice
Oh,
one.
yeah, Teresa.
Neil, 2 boners in one night.
I know.
That's a
Tell you what.
first. That's a first.
That's for their heady Viagra. Brilliant, that is.
2 boners in one night. Neil, it's time for a Paranormal Roundup.
Yeah.
On in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Neil, what you been up to this
You
week?
know what I'm up to, Johnny boy?
Well, I do, Neil.
Well,
I do.
John, you know I've
That's
been ill for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been in bed playing with me
it's a family show, Neil. It's a family show.
playing with my remote.
Yeah.
And people have been asking me, "Why do you watch this film? Why do you watch that film? This film, that film, that film?" So I had a massive. I love films, but I ain't like him. Barry Norman here, right? I like. I was supposed to be watching
Barry
them.
Norman.
Barry Norman, eh?
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, no, from here. Anyway, so I watched one called Midsummer, and I honestly, God, I was pretty traumatized after it, right? And then somebody told me to watch Hereditary, John.
Well, Neil, you watch me some. You come round my house wearing a big bunch of flowers on your head. What was all that about?
I know. And I watched one called Hereditary, right? And there's a bit in it. I mean, it's about. What's it about, John? It's like the devil.
Oh, I don't know, Neil. There's naked people popping up everywhere. It's just like a night Friday night for me.
I know. I'll pause that bit. And there's one bit where like the young lad's driving back. His sister's choking to death in the back of the car, and he's driving a bit fast, like and I put your head out the window, and then this telegraph pole, and her head comes off, right? But he just goes home, John, and goes to sleep.
What?
He just leaves her head, the own sister. Now, if that was you and I did that to you, at least I'd put you on the dashboard, right?
Hang me from the mirror.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like a magic tree.
Yeah, I would, yeah. Or I'd put you in the boot, you know what I mean? I wouldn't just leave your head there.
Yeah, but Neil, he left the body in the car and all.
I know he did.
For the mom. What's all that about?
Anyway.
You know, I'm not being funny. I mean, Leanne loves her horror films. I mean, I like me 80s and me 90s horror films, you know what I mean? these new horror films, you know, they're out there, aren't they? You know, you either love them, they're like Marmite, you either love them or you hate them. As simple as that. Neil, I went to a Grace Dew Priory the other day on, I think it was a Sunday, Bloody Sunday. That's when I went, and we went with me, the wife, my dog, Obi-Wan, and Craig and Kay and Poppy. We had a great time. Anybody ain't been to Grace Dew Priory, please give it a visit. One, the walk in the woods is fantastic, and two, the ruins, brilliant. And there's a ghost of a white lady there, Neil. Yeah.
We've been there. We've done a video.
Yeah. Check it out on YouTube. Talking to YouTube, Neil. Obviously, we got our own little channel. Go and check out some of the videos. Total real, no fake bullshit, none of that. It's just us having a laugh, and that's what it's all about. And any ghosts or spooks or spectres want to pop in while we're having a laugh, even bloody better. But Neil, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and now that's not the name of your drug dealer from the 90s.
That's Instagram, John.
Instagram, yeah. And we're also on TokTik at the minute as well, Neil. We're on more platforms than Donkey Kong. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, please go and check us out. Talking of YouTube, Neil, have a guess where we are on Tuesday? I don't know. He's in the chat room, Neil. We're under his stairs.
I know.
Mr. Dead Cold himself. We're under the stairs with Mr. Boner. Let's hope he ain't got one of them on Tuesday. You know what I mean? It's only a small cupboard, you know. Do you know what I mean? It's only a small
What, we got to go around his house?
No, Neil. He's under the stairs, and we're in the Boodog Tavern right here. So, so there you go. We're looking forward to it. It's on at 8 p.m. Anybody wants to pop on YouTube on a Dead Cold Paranormal, and you'll see us there. Hopefully, the Riddler's going to turn up. Hopefully, Nigel will turn up, and hopefully, Jack will turn up. Kay and Craig are busy, but no doubt they'll have some fantastic bloody shouts out. I can tell you that. Neil, our guest tonight, Leanne.
Yeah.
She told me to watch a film the other day. It was called Hell House LLC. I don't know what the LLC stands for, but you know what? It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It was like a found footage, like a Blair Witch Project, but round a haunted maze. Yeah. Now, the wife gets scared in normal haunted mazes all the time. And now she said she's not going to go in one now because of this film. We're off to the horror night in Universal in October. There's 30 bloody mazes. Do you know what I mean? She ain't going to like that.
John, stand yourself corrected.
Where am I looking?
Yeah.
God, it's not the white lady. It's a great lady. She roams around the ruins and Dudley Zoo. And Dudley Zoo. Well, Grace Dew Priory is an hour and a half away from Dudley Zoo, so she's doing some roaming there. I can tell you that. More roaming than my internet.
Anyway,
the grey lady, white lady, basically they're just sex people.
Yeah. Now. If anybody in the chat just wants to put the name at the end, because some of the fight, obviously, I'll keep getting on about him, moans about me. But...
Anyway, Neil said to me, because we want a new guest, someone who's never been on the show, and I said, Neil, go and find yourself a 30-year-old scorcher and use them words, and that's exactly what he did. So Leanne-Burnam Richards is about to join the chat. She's here. The curlers are out. The lip is on.
That's Joey you on about.
Hello.
Hey, Leanne, you all right?
I'm great, thanks. Good. It's quite an introduction.
I know. We don't like to disappoint. Anyway, Leanne, before we get into it, right?
Yeah.
I've got a surprise for you.
Okay.
Now, do you know how we was talking about horror films the other day and this morning and stuff like that?
Yes.
And you like it from the 80s and the 90s, the old Child's Play, cookie things and all that kind of stuff. Well, because of my contacts with Hollywood,
Paul Hollywood.
Yeah, my contact with Hollywood, I've only got Chucky, the doll himself, to send you a little voice message.
Oh my God! Really?
I have, yeah. Would you like to listen to it?
I'd love to hear it.
So, pin your ears back.
Okay.
Hi, Leanne. I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend of the end. The very fucking end, bitch.
No,
I feel so threatened right now.
Jesus Christ, Chucky, there's no need for that, son. Oh dear, I know he's a bit of a psychotic killer, but there's no need for that kind of language on this show, you know what I mean? But that's a personal message to yourself, Leanne.
I'm so lucky.
And he's Chucky, Lucky and Chucky. What a team, like a double act. Anyway, let's get down to some serious business. Like I say, and Neil, can you keep an eye on the old
Yes.
chat there. Any questions coming in for our Leanne?
Or I'll just keep.
Mark Barner, cheers, but just put them up on the screen, Neil.
Yeah, I am.
That'll
That's
be
what I'm
fine.
doing, John.
So, Leanne, welcome. Welcome to Booze and Booze. Can you give us a quick, everybody who's watching as well, a quick synopsis of, what you're all about?
So, yeah, awesome. Okay, so I'm Leanne. I'm from Bristol, good old Bristol.
It loves
I love Bristol.
Dear, it's great. It's great. Yeah, I've got a degree in journalism that I'm not actually using, but anyway, I am vice chair of the UK Paranormal Society, and I'm recently joined the Ancient Ram Inn as a daytime tour guide.
Pretty fantastic.
Brilliant. And so that's a synopsis, nice and to the point. That's what we
point.
like. Nice. That's exactly. We've got some. Someone to know. Leanne, what's your thoughts on fruit pastels? I mean, it's a question. What's out there? You know what I mean?
It's a good question. Good question. The purple ones are the best.
Do you know what? I think I'm weird on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild Bill says hello, stranger. Wild Bill's all the way from America, a good friend of the show.
Hello.
I don't know if he's wild, and I don't know if his name is Bill, but we love him anyway, don't we? Now?
Well, he seemed like a bit of a cowboy.
Jurassic Park. Anyway, Leanne, you are part of the UK Paranormal Society.
Yes.
What's all that about?
So it's a new paranormal charity that was launched in October 2022. So we're about 6 months old now. We're just decided to create this charity to help protect members of the public, heritage locations from harm caused by misinformation, malpractice, and exploitation. So, harm can be anything like factual harm, reputational harm, financial harm, mental harm. It's just, we want to just try and get factual information out there that's easy to access for your average member of the public. So, and we want to work alongside the charities already out there like ASAP, SPR, Ghost Club and stuff, because they're doing a great job. We just thought we would come along and just fill a little gap, It's amazing. It's an amazing charity, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, so anybody who goes on trolling people, do you kind of like shut them down and stuff like
that? No, we're not the paranormal police. We're not here to do that. We're not here to tell people what to do. We're just here just to, factual guides. If people want to, know how to set up a paranormal team or heritage locations are unsure about how to approach the paranormal, if they're thinking, oh, there's, that location down the road is getting paranormal teams in, because a lot of these heritage locations don't have a lot of funding. So sometimes they decide to go down the paranormal route. They might not know where to start, things like how much they can charge and stuff like that. So we've got guides on our website to help heritage locations or members of the public if they're experiencing paranormal activity in their home. We've got guides to help them understand what could be the cause of paranormal activity without jumping straight to it being paranormal, things like faulty wiring, electricals in the house, medication, anything that could be a cause of paranormal activity. We just want to kind of, get factual information out there rather than all of this misinformation that's out there about what, paranormal activity really is. Yeah.
Anything to do with the heritage, I'm all over that.
Yeah.
That's what we need to preserve, all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
100%. And it's not just about, enjoying it now, it's enjoying it for generations to come, for our kids to enjoy these locations. And being in England, thousands and thousands of years old, even older, we've got buildings that have such a rich history to them. And it would just be a shame for them to just, become ruins. So I think, and we have to give a lot of praise to the paranormal community, because a lot of these buildings wouldn't be able to run without the paranormal interest. So that is so the paranormal community does do some good, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I say, I was at the Grace Dew Priory on Sunday, and they've got their own kind of trust going on as well. Now, friends of Grace Dew, and they kind of look after it all, and so people, they've stopped all ghost walks and stuff like that there. because obviously probably people was taking the piss a little bit, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So there is watch. I mean, anybody, Leanne, go and watch our video on Grace Dew Priory, because this was like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and we was being flashed at 11 o'clock at night by a car from over the road for about 20 minutes.
Okay, car, thank God.
Yeah, it was Christine.
I thought it was Christine.
And we started hearing dogs barking. So I thought, you know what, we'll do one now. It's getting a bit risky. I mean, it's open 24 hours. It's just one of them things, you know. And we put on the old necrophonic, and I says, shall we leave now to the necrophonic? And the necrophonic goes, yes, John. And so me and Luke looked at each other and goes, right, we're off.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, we had the dogs coming down. So yeah.
Oh, no.
After we'd done that Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, just after we'd done Bohemian Rhapsody under the trees, we thought we'll do one, but we had a great time. Yeah, but these kind of heritage sites need to be protected, and any funds what are coming in, I'm all for that, you know what I mean? Fantastic,
Yeah, definitely.
fantastic. And Neil, you got any questions on the UK
There's
Paranormal
a question on here. Have you settled in being at the ramming more often? Did the spirits welcome you?
They have actually on my so I think it was when Caroline was showing me around and giving me the historical tour of the Ram, and I was taking notes and everything. We were sat in the living room area, and I don't know whether you know, but the Ram has CCTV up in most of the rooms. And so we were just sat on the sofa, and we were chatting away, and then I heard a bang from underneath my seat. And I kind of stood up, looked around, and couldn't figure out what it was. A few hours later, Caroline sent me the footage, and I'm completely still. My feet are on the ground, and there's a footstool underneath the chair, and you just see it go like that. And it just, I don't know how, but it just slammed on the floor from underneath the chair.
What is that?
So Caroline was like, "You've been christened." I'm like,
Well, that was a question I was going to ask you. Thanks, Neil. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
So obviously, the UK Paranormal Society, we spoke about that. Tell us about your role at the ancient ramming at this moment in time. It's exciting news, isn't it? Really?
It's brilliant. Well, like it's a dream for any paranormal investigator to be able to have access to a location, like regular access. It's kind of like you're able to study the building. You're able to see, you know, the activity that happens. Is there any correlation? Is there certain times, certain rooms are more active than others? You can kind of like build a relationship with the building, which I think is so exciting. I've done a handful of tours now, and it's going well. And I think it's nice because I was so nervous about giving my first tour, but everyone that books the tours, they're genuinely interested in the paranormal. So when you're talking about like incubus and succubus and ley lines and stuff, they're not looking at you like you're an idiot. They're like, oh, okay. You know, they're there because they're like, they believe in this stuff. So it's great. It's like your perfect audience to talk about all these hauntings and stuff. So yeah, it's going really well. And yeah, I'm just really lucky to be there.
I mean, there's nothing worse than if you're doing a tour on a place what you know well, and you've got to talk about it, and everyone's looking at each other going, what the bloody hell are you going on about? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's remembering the dates, which is difficult because I've got all these like dates written down, like, hey, 1145, 1696 and 1314. It's like, it's so hard. So I do have my little notes that I take around just to make sure that I'm, correct, like giving out correct dates and stuff.
Yeah. Leanne, are you ever in there by yourself?
Yes. I forced myself to go in on my own. So Caroline's assistant Zana was there, and she was like, she just did all the cleaning, and she was like, oh, I'm going to go now. She was like, do you want me to stay with you? And I was like, no, it's fine. Like I'm okay. So she left, and I was like, no, I have to be brave because I have to be able to go around the building on my own. So
you know what?
It's but during the daytime it's different because it's don't ask me to go there at night time. Daytime I'm fine.
See, if she's there on around in the day, it's not too bad.
John,
the spectres are sleeping, the ghosts are sleeping. You know what I mean?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
They sleep in the day and come out at night. That's the rule, Neil.
John, that's the rule. Stop being daft. This is the real world we're talking about now, John.
Okay. Apart from the little chair tipping up, have you experienced anything else while you've been doing the tours?
Not yet. Actually, no. I was there on a couple of Sundays ago, and we heard tapping on the front door, and the guests heard it as well, and they said it was definitely a tapping. It wasn't like the wind like making the glass move or anything. It was quite a distinct tap. Nothing huge yet. I think the stool moving was definitely the biggest bit of activity we've had, but still time.
Yeah, still.
I mean, it's like Craig and Kay, that they've been there that many times, and they tell us some of the things they witnessed there. You know, I mean, I can't wait. I mean, it's been on my bucket list for a while. I mean, I was going to go, but it got cancelled twice. So if I can just get in there.
Have you never been?
I've been outside, like I say, I used to work in the
yeah.
area, so yeah, I've been outside. I had a couple of photographs outside with my thumb up and stuff like that, but I've never actually managed to get my arse in there. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's fascinating. Like my mum did a tour last Sunday, and she dragged her husband along, and they're not necessarily interested in the paranormal, but they were just fascinated with all of the stuff that John had accumulated in the building, like in the men's kitchen. There's all this nautical stuff because he was really into the Navy and the RAF, and just so many trinkets, and you can spend hours just looking at everything that's dotted around in the building.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of questions. Neil's already run through them, but there's one here for you from Jason Voorhees. It's not it's not in from Friday the 13th. Because he doesn't say much anyway, does he? You know what I mean? But if he was, he'd be a keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
Are you a believer or a skeptic?
That's a good one. I think I was more of a believer at the very beginning of my paranormal journey. So when I started going on events about 10 years ago, I'd be kind of terrified of being in the dark because I was like, oh my God, someone's going to scratch me. Something's going to push me, and, because you watch paranormal TV shows and it's so dramatic. And then you go on an event and nothing happens. And you're like, oh, well, next time I'll get scratched. And then you don't. And then 10 years later, you're like, God damn it, nobody scratched me, So I don't know. Yeah. So the longer I've been doing it, I'm not skeptical of ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. I'm more skeptical. I would say like 90% of paranormal activity could be rationally explained.
Yeah.
But I'm open-minded. I think there's something there that there's too much that happens that can be rationally explained. So I think there's definitely something. Don't know what. I can't say that even for a second that I could garner a guess of what paranormal activity really is, what are ghosts, what are spirits, but more skeptical as I go on, I think. More questions.
We get more skeptical every single bloody day.
You know what?
Go on, Neil, far away.
I am getting more skeptical.
He believed in everything when he first started.
I still believe in the bogeyman.
And fairies.
I'm fairy, yeah. But yeah, I am. I do. I said to him, I'm getting more skeptical.
Yeah.
The longer you do it.
Facebook user, tap on the door. Was it hot or cold? These are the kind of audience we have, you see.
It's freezing. If you've been in the Ram during the winter months, it's freezing. It's colder inside the ancient Ram than it is outside.
I think he meant, was it a cold tap or a hot tap? That's what.
Oh God! Yeah. Really?
Hello, McFly. Yeah.
Oh jeez. Okay. Yeah.
The Riddler was with us when we looked through the window.
Yeah.
John Chance, our good friend John Chance. Ticky Jan.
Oh.
I think the ramming is more active in the daytime. Sorry,
Benny.
Right, Bjorn.
Oh. Yeah, the ram is more active in the daytime. I told you this.
Yeah. No.
John, you can't just expect it to come out at night time, can you?
The ram is like a museum of someone's life. The smell is fantastic and ancient.
Yeah, it's got a good smell. It smells old.
Yeah, a bit like Neil's pants. But anyway, the guy who said this, he's got no smell because he makes the hottest chili sauce ever, so his nostrils are burnt. So there you go.
Shocking, that.
Anyway, Leanne, we all love the paranormal. That's why we're here.
Yes.
You know. Now, me personally, I love the history, and if anything happens while we're there, fantastic.
Yeah.
But I like to be scared. It's an adrenaline for me. You know,
Oh,
it's like
100%.
when people go on roller coasters. They go on there because the adrenaline, it makes you scared. Nearly, it makes you feel alive. That's what it does. So,
It does.
with that in mind, what has been the one moment in your spooky journey that has made you touch cloth?
You can't
How long have I got? Okay. So this is about 6.5 years ago. I was with a local events team, and we had hired out Secunda Manor, Lanterney Secunda Manor in Caldecott. Stunning building. Probably about maybe 700 years old. Maybe, yeah, super old. And the beginning of the night, my team and all the guests were up in the attic room, stood in a circle, doing the usual calling out energy circle. We were all holding hands. And someone on the opposite side of the circle was like, I can smell shit. Can you smell shit? And then obviously everyone starts laughing, like, ha ha, you know, like that. And then the person next to them was like, no, I can smell it now. And then the person next to them was like, I can smell it now. And then the person that originally smelt it couldn't smell it anymore. And this smell started to basically go around the circle. And then when it came to me, I was like, now I know why she said it smells like shit and not someone's farted, because it was a very distinct feces smell. It was disgusting. And the only way I can describe it was as if this nasty entity was almost like walking around the circle and coming up into your face, kind of thing. It was very quite a overpowering feeling. So anyway, we start contact. There's like people saying that there's this nasty entity in the attic and blah blah blah, and this is what is known to be around in Secunda Manor. Later on the evening, one of the guests, called Sarah, was saying, oh God, I'm feeling really emotional, angry. I can't place where these feelings are coming from. We went into the kitchen on a break, me and the other teammates, and one of the guests came into the kitchen, popped his head around the door and was like, hi, I'm a psychic medium. I can tell that this entity is attaching itself to Sarah. So if you want me at the end of the night to cleanse her or whatever, I will. And we were like, okay, cheers, you know. A few hours later, we're up in the hallway part of Secunda Manor, and one of my teammates is like, who wants to do an Ouija board? And Sarah was like, oh, I'm game, you know. So she sits down with the Ouija board. There's one other guest opposite her, and then my teammate is stood up with like a torch in her hand, just, you know, getting a bit of light on the board. They start to do the Ouija board, and where I'm stood is I'm probably about 3 meters away from Sarah and can see her face quite clearly in front of me, you know. And I'm watching them do the board, and then all of a sudden, a guest to the left of me goes, oh, I can smell it again. Oh, that smells back. And then some, you know, mouthy guest is like, oh, shitty man, are you back? Yeah. So then everyone starts laughing and joking and stuff. And then while they're kind of laughing at this spirit, Sarah, who's doing the Ouija board, she literally just stops and just looks straight up at me. Her eyes go black. Her face completely changes. Bear in mind, she's a woman in her 30s. She suddenly looks like a 90-year-old man. She looks like the painting in Ghostbusters. That scowl kind of thing.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's your man.
You know, and she just looked at me, and and I said, if anyone could say I'm going to fucking kill you just by looking at you, that was how I felt. And I just went like that, grabbed my teammate who was stood next to me. She grabbed me and was like, do you see her face? Do you see her face? And we both witnessed this woman's face just change into something that wasn't her. And then within a few seconds, her face went back to normal and she looked back down at the board. That very moment there was like I'd stared evil right in the face. And that's when I was like, do I want to do this anymore? that wasn't very nice, you know. So that was that was the most terrifying thing that ever happened to me. And I think had it have not been for someone else witnessing it, I would have doubted my own memory. I would have said, oh no, I was imagining things. But the fact that somebody else saw the same thing, terrifying. Yeah.
That just sounds terrifying. I mean, it's like I said to you, I think Neil's touched cloth just by just listening to your story. You know, that is terrifying.
No,
Yeah.
what it is, it's like, because, as I said like before, because more than one of you actually saw it.
Mm.
To me, that is just proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. As you say, I'll be doubting my own mind if I was out. If I looked at him and he looked like a, I don't want to say nothing.
Go on, say
but,
it.
you
Go
know,
on.
look like an hobbit or whatever. Yeah,
I don't
Right.
mind that. I can take an hobbit.
you know, but I'm the only one that's seen it. I'll be doubting myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But obviously, there's more than one of you seen it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Neil, question.
Lorien Jones,
Hi, Lorien.
can you please ask Leanne an urgent question? What's your favourite investigation snack?
Okay, so you have to there has to be an energy drink involved. That's just guaranteed. So there's an energy drink. And my favorite is, you know, the strawberry pencils? So they're white in the middle,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they,
I know what you're on
and
about.
then they're covered in that like pinky
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
gelatin. Love them. Love them. I could get through a whole pack.
Well, I've always wanted a dome in my car filled with licorice rope, like what Wayne's World had in their little Mirthmobile. So they just pull it out, cut it, and eat it while they're driving. I've always wanted one, Neil, but I can't get one in my Suzuki.
I just said the Riddler in our team. He always comes with half a pack of fruit pastels, don't you?
Every investigation, you got half a pack of fruit pastels and half a bottle of water.
Where he gets the half a pack from,
and there you go. I just asked about fruit pastels. We're on the same page. Someone has put rooted eggs equals demons. I don't know what a rooted egg is. So I don't know what eggs grew in the ground, but you never know. I think it means rotten eggs, Neil.
Oh, rotten.
Rotten eggs. Hey, Leanne, do you think John Humphries has joined the spirits in the realm, or has he finally escaped them?
Caroline, his daughter, definitely thinks he has, because she was in the ram a month or so ago, and because of all the Inglenook chimneys, fireplaces and stuff, it gets very drafty in there. So during the winter months, she will sometimes block up the chimney with some card just to stop all the wind coming through.
Yeah.
And she said she was in there and she was, completely forgot that she'd shoved this cardboard up the fireplace, started to light a fire, and the room started to fill with smoke, and the carbon monoxide alarm started going off. But before the carbon monoxide alarm started going off, she went into the other room to get some more coal for the fire. And as she turned around, the door back into the living room area had locked shut. So this bolt had managed to lift itself up and go across. So she says she feels like it was her dad saying, "You idiot, what are you doing? You're going to kill yourself," kind of thing, So she feels like he is there watching over her.
I can't wait to go. I can't wait to remember the date, the 23rd of May.
You said 13th.
13.
Oh, did I? Yeah, that one as well.
I wrote it down.
That one as well. I'm not good with dates, to be fair. I'm really bad with dates.
I can't remember the last time I had one.
Well, he's really bad with dates. He had one for 4 years.
Never mind,
Leanne.
Yes.
You're on a spirit board.
Okay.
Not right this moment in time, but you're on a spirit board.
Yeah.
And you ever got in contact with a dead celebrity? What do I mean a dead celebrity? A celebrity who was passed on. Who is on the board, and what the hell do you want to ask them?
This is a good one.
I'm on tenderhooks here.
I'm trying to give a good answer because I don't want to let anyone down.
I don't want to let anyone down.
No, I know.
I don't think we'll know.
Okay, because I enjoy a little conspiracy theory now and then. So I would probably like to ask Marilyn Monroe if she was killed by JFK.
Oh, Good
Oh.
question.
Oh, yeah.
What a guest to have on your spirit board. We haven't had that one yet.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, Neil does a great Marilyn Monroe impression. Hey, Neil.
I ain't got my white skirts on.
Skirt on. I must say, happy birthday. President.
Stop it, John. The tablet will lift it up in a minute.
I doubt it. we're not on the spirit board now. We're on table tipping.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, the Marilyn Monroe thing, that is something. What's never really been kind of, no one's ever like thought, actually, was she killed? Did she die? Or what, you know? So same with the JFK thing. It's one of the things don't think we'll ever know.
No.
And it's a shame because she was absolutely gorgeous, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's an icon and still is, really.
Yeah. Oh, she is.
Back of the net.
I know.
Smell my cheese.
So they could smell you around the table.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Yeah, I'll let Neil on the little in joke in a minute after.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Leanne, you are in the other realm.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in your living room at this moment in time, but you are in the other realm. Now, me and Orange, we want to resurrect you. But
Yeah.
we need 3 things to bring you back from the dead. What items will work to bring you back?
Chocolate.
Good choice.
100%. My phone, because I'm slightly addicted to my phone. It's actually quite dangerous now.
Everybody is, aren't they? Let's
That's
be
terrible.
honest.
Yeah. And a horror film. Yeah. Chocolate, horror film, my phone. They're kind of like my three beloved items.
Mm. Do you know what? We'll even allow you to have 4. You can have a craft beer while you're at it as well.
Yeah.
I'm such a letdown because I did tell you, didn't I? I was like, oh, I'm all about ales. I love a good ale. And then here I am drinking 0%.
John and Neil, question for you. Are you still doing the investigation Monday? No, Jennifer, we're not, for the simple fact that through the week we have to be up at 5 a.m. So nighttime investigation.
What investigation?
And not happening in the week because he needs his beauty sleep.
I'm trying to say, John.
and I'll get cranky after 9 o'clock. And I don't mean Jimmy. You know what I mean?
No.
We've been caught out, Leanne. We've been caught out.
Oh.
Alan Partridge.
Leanne, why aren't ghosts naked? Good question. Because clothes were never alive. You never see anyone in a shell suit.
You know what, John? If
That's a good question.
the house of Jimmy Savile, you would.
You'd hear him coming from miles away, jingling and jangling down the corridors, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't even know. I can't even.
I don't think anybody can answer that.
Can't even guess.
Not even Jimmy Savile.
No.
Someone's put Facebook user, which mine would be sausages, rum, and rock and roll.
Lorien.
Oh,
Sausages, rum, and rock and roll. Jesus Christ.
I've just got to say, I just saw earlier someone said, hi, mummy, and that's my daughter. I did tell her I was doing this. So, hi, Amy. Go to bed soon.
Yeah. You got school in the morning.
Yeah.
Neil, we're going to bring in, we got a new content for the show, Neil. That's what we got.
Have we?
We have, yes.
I kept in the dark, I tell you.
Someone asked me a question on Corinne's show 2 weeks ago, and I thought it was a bloody good question, so now we're going to use it. It's called Paranormal Room 101. Anybody who knows who Room 101 is, it's a room where you put shit in what you don't want to see anymore, basically. And this is our Paranormal Room 101. So, Leanne.
Yes.
What are you putting in Paranormal Room 101? You can
So
put two options in.
Okay, so I wrote a few things down, and okay, this is going to be controversial. Okay, I'm going to put Ouija boards in there.
I'm fine with that.
Just because everyone has got this massive fear around Ouija boards, and I don't think it's fully warranted. And I feel like, when you go on an investigation and there's an Ouija board involved, I don't know about you, but someone in the group always manages to contact their dead nan. I'm not in this 15th century building to find out what's happening with your nan? Like, it's you know, I just feel like a Ouija board's completely ruined the event. People get scared and they're like, oh, I don't know. Like someone the other day said to me, like, oh yeah, but you're trained in how to properly use an Ouija board. And I was like, I'm not trained. I can sit here and go, okay, white light, I'm safe now. I'm not, you know, I'm not any safer or any more in danger than anyone else in the room. A Ouija board's a bit of wood. If there was some demonic figure, do you really think it's there going, oh, they put a white light around themselves, I can't touch them now.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it now. Sorry, guys. You know, I just think, no, Ouija boards.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, like,
Why is that then, Neil?
I don't know. I mean, like, what about if you contacted somebody who was Chinese, right? And right, yeah, but are they going to spell anything, John?
They can still speak English, Neil.
Well, but this is it. This is it. Like I was thinking the other day. You know, we're trying to contact people, spirits on the Ouija board and stuff. If we're contacting someone 500 years ago, they might not be literate, so they're not going to know how to spell. So,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I mean,
You know.
Neil loves the Ouija board
I used to.
because it's the only game he can play with his nan. You see?
sorry.
Stop thinking of ghosts. I ain't having it now.
No, Neil, I was waiting for you to tell the
I
joke.
know, I was, but I've said it that many times and people are getting bored of it.
What else is going in room 101?
Demons.
Yes.
Get them in.
Craig Maloney, come on, where am you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Zach Bagans, but I think that's a bit mean. I don't want to single anyone out. But
get him in
the whole demon thing, I think that it's like, I'm not religious, and the idea of demons is a Christian, Catholic, you know, whatever religious, you know, name they give for demons. It's a religious idea. So how can it harm me? So when people are saying, oh, it's a demon, it's like, well, you know, that can't affect me because I'm not giving it any merit because I don't believe in it. So, and you know, and I think it's really dangerous when we throw in the word demon around, because, you know, that word holds a lot of weight to people who do believe in demons and who do have a religious, you know, have a faith and stuff that they follow. And, you know, spirits can be nasty, they can be mean, you know, they can be pranksters, you know, like people are when they're alive. I just hate the overuse of demons now. In every single paranormal show, it's demon, and it's just, yeah, it's wearing thin.
Get it in. Get Zach Baggins in as well. Don't put Bilbo or Frodo in there. They're fine. They can stay out of room 101. They're me muckers, them. So there you go. A lot of people want to put that in as well. They want to put demons in and
yeah,
fake paranormal bum bags. Someone's put
bum bags.
Yeah, bum bags. Yeah, not bum bags. The fashion accessory. Just demonologist bum bags.
Okay.
I think. So there you go. Someone wants to put the Mario brothers in there. I don't know why. I don't know what Luigi and Wario. Mario.
The Wario brothers wouldn't be happy.
A Mario brother. I don't get that though.
Mario brothers wouldn't be happy.
Still don't get it. No, I don't get that. Anyway, Leanne. See where we're going here.
Yeah.
You're conducting a seance, Leanne.
Yeah.
And you've got a table of 3.
Yeah.
Including yourself, of course. Who in the paranormal world, living or dead, is around the table while you conduct this seance?
So I've got 3 people, yeah?
3 people.
3 people,
Including
okay. Okay, so I am really obsessed with Helia. Have you seen Helia?
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Love it. So I would think I'm going to choose Greg Newkirk, because I think he'd be hilarious. I think him and his wife Dana are hilarious, but I'll have Greg as one of them.
Good choice.
Second one, Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, do you know what? He's round my table. He's round my table.
He's great.
Dan Aykroyd, he is, yeah.
I like like I was listening to him on Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's fascinating and he's so smart, and
Yeah.
his memory recall is like nothing I've ever seen before. He's just like, yeah, in 2043 this happened, blah blah blah, and it's just like he's just amazing, and he's got a passion for the paranormal as well, and he's also into UFOs and stuff. So I think he'd be great around the table.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, at this point, the testosterone's a bit much at the moment, so I need another woman to balance it out. So I would choose Chelsea Layden from Destination Fear, because I think she's cool. So
Yeah, brilliant.
I
It's
don't-
great.
I don't
It's like with Dan Aykroyd. His dad was a paranormal investigator
Yeah.
in the 50s, 60s, wasn't he?
he was doing the seances and everything in the basement. I think that's right.
Yeah. I've always said that Dan Aykroyd would be one round my table, Neil.
Mhm.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Sounds like a great seance.
Yeah.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall, I can tell you that.
That'd be
Fly
great.
on my lip.
Yeah. So talking about kind of paranormal and seances and stuff like that. Now money is no object to you, Leanne. So I've heard.
Okay.
With all these jobs you got going on
Yeah,
at the ancient ram and stuff like that. And you can have a location to investigate to yourself
Mm-hmm.
anywhere in the world, because like I say, money's no object. Where are you going? Where are you going? Inquiring minds want to know.
I've got a bit of a fascination with the Villisca Axe Murder House. So I would quite like to go there. Yeah, or go. I might be getting the location, or I really hope I don't. But I'd like to go over to. Is it Romania? And there's like, it's not even a location; it's just an area. But like the Hoia Baciu Forest. You heard about that?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
I think that would be. I'd quite like just to go there, just to see what it's about, because they've got loads of stories and legends and stuff there, and that's a bit different. But yeah, Villisca Axe Murder House.
Is that the one with Lizzie Borden?
No, that's a different one. That's the Lizzie Borden house. The Villisca Axe Murder House is, I think it was six people were killed. It was the two parents, their three children, and then a fourth child that was a friend of one of their kids. Was just completely, killed with an axe, and nobody's ever been caught. They thought it might have been the local priest. They thought it might have been someone else, but nobody's ever actually been charged with these murders. And what they were suspecting was that while they were at church, an individual snuck into the house and hid in the attic. But it just doesn't. There's like a lot of questions around the murder, because supposedly he killed them with the blunt end of the axe, because there were in the ceiling behind him, the sharp bit of the axe went into the ceiling. So I don't know, it's just like, and then it's also like why everyone was found in their beds. So how did no one wake up? It was just really bizarre.
But you're on your own, don't you? Yeah, you're on your own.
Yeah, okay, I'm on my own.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Is Art the Clown from the Terrifier films the best character ever, apart from Jason Voorhees? What's he trying to say here? Bigging himself up here and here. Him in his hockey mask.
I haven't seen Terrifier. I haven't seen it.
The New Coop podcasts are fantastic. I bought Dan Aykroyd's book, which he spoke about on Joe's show. It's a fascinating read on the history of spiritualism.
Oh, wow.
And he also puts, they believe the murder was hiding in the house and crept out at night. Jesus Christ.
It's a fascinating story. It really is.
He's touched cloth again.
Oh, will you shut up and touching cloth, John?
Brilliant. Here we go. Do you know what? We've nearly done 53 minutes already, Leanne. It's gone like that.
It has.
It's time for your quick fire at 10. How about that? So I've got 10 questions for you, Leanne.
Yes.
All you got to say is yes or no. Quite simple, really.
Okay.
Quite simple. I did do it, Neil. He said maybe. Oh no, you got it all wrong. This is why I use Neil as a kind of my stunt man. You know, so we have to run everything past Neil. He got it all wrong. So all you got to do is say yes or no.
Okay.
Are you ready for your quick fire 10?
Yes.
Go. Can objects have attachments?
No.
Do you prefer a succubus to a vengabus?
Yes.
Are ghost phone apps a load of tosh?
Yes.
Would you beat a poltergeist at Jenga?
No.
Are aliens already amongst us?
Yes.
Would a light bulb prevent you from getting a kicking from the Mothman?
No. He's misunderstood.
Do you believe in possession?
No.
Ouija boards are just a toy.
Yes.
Would you take the Slimer in a fist fight?
Yeah, go on then.
Do ghosts walk amongst us?
Yeah.
There you go. There's Leanne's quick fire 10. Have some of that.
And I agree with most of them. Well, nearly all of them.
Yeah.
to be honest.
So, Leanne, we've got one little section. We've got 5 minutes. We're just going to quickly run through it. And it's my kind of, used to be my favourite section, but I haven't done it for a while. It is. Flip the screen. Now, obviously, we talked about Chucky at the start. You know, when I mentioned was going to talk about Child's Play, he said, "Is that the two brothers?" I goes, "Who's that?" And he goes, "Yeah, you to me to you." No, that's the Chuckle Brothers.
Oh, I know.
That's the Chuckle Brothers. not the brothers. So you mentioned that you loved all the Child's Play things.
Yeah.
So I've rooted down into the interweb, and I found 3 facts on Child's Play. So Neil does know what I'm going to say because he's never watched it.
You know, I haven't watched it, John. John,
No, he hasn't.
I reckon I've been.
You just thought it was the Chuckle Brothers, Barry and his brother.
You know what, John? I reckon when I was younger, I had ginger hair. When
He
I was
did have
younger.
ginger hair, yeah.
Ginger curtains.
And he used to wear denim, what they're called, not braces, what they're called.
Dungarees.
That's
the one.
Yeah.
He did have denim dungarees.
And ginger curtains, right? And you used to have a little earring they used to pull, and the curtains used to open.
Yeah. So anybody who's watched Child's Play, Chucky is a killer doll, Neil,
I know.
that came to life after the serial killer Charles Lee Ray transferred his soul into it. And that is kind of the premise of the film. So I've got 3 facts on Child's Play. Fact number 1, Leanne. Chucky's name is a nod to 3 real-life killers.
Yeah.
The first one is Charles Manson,
Yeah, I was going to say that.
the Tate murders. Second one was Lee Harvey Oswald, the JFK assassination. And the other one is James Earl Ray, who assassinated Martin Luther King.
Interesting.
The serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, transferred his soul into Chucky. That's how it all started.
Really?
And it's all from Charles Manson, Lee Harvey Oswald, and James
Oh,
Earl
I
Ray.
know that.
I didn't. That's why I went up. That's why I Googled it. Fact number 2. Movies inspired real life crimes. Someone was tortured by a group of men who yelled Chucky's catchphrases while being tortured. No need for that, is there? Shocking. Also, a murderer of a boy by 2 other boys threw blue paint on the body to mimic a scene in the Chucky films.
Yeah.
No
That was
need.
Jamie Bolger, wasn't it?
I don't know.
You know what?
Yeah.
I watched something about that today. James Bolger.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. So, and number 3, the one I was telling you about earlier on, Chucky has a sex scene.
Never.
It does. Chucky and a girl doll, the bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, that they sleep together, and there's also another scene in the film, Neil, where a doll attempts to impregnate a human with a turkey baster.
Seriously.
And I'm not making this up, Neil. Do you know what a turkey baster is?
Go on.
It's like a massive kind of
Prong.
no, it's not. It's like a plastic tube with a rubber
Bulb.
balloon on the end,
Yeah.
and when you press it, it sucks the juices up,
Oh, for God's sake.
and then for the turkey, so you get the juices and just put it on the turkey.
I don't
So
understand.
we get a nice
Crispy skin. Yeah.
Crispy
Crispy
I don't understand
skin.
if, you know, with the turkey beard, give him a gobble or something. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
Jesus. I apologise. I
Only joking,
apologise.
only joking.
I
Sorry.
apologise. Anyway, Leanne, we've run out of time, unfortunately. So
Oh.
yeah, we've run out of time. We haven't got time for Deadhead either, which is a shame because I was going to send him to the Ancient Rammy and he's just gone off pugging. He's gone. So where can people find out about the Ram tours? Did you say Groupon?
They've got tours on Groupon, or you can go onto the Ancient Ramen website, and there's a number and an email to contact Caroline and her team. Head on over to Ancient Ramen and also to paranormalsociety.org.
Oh, I've got to go. I've got to go.
Leanne, on that note, on that bombshell, we're going to say to her, thank you for coming on. If you stay in the green room, we'll have a little 2-minute chat after the show. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat as well. Absolutely really fantastic. What a fantastic guest, Neil.
You know what? I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. It was good. It was fun.
We'll talk to you in a minute.
Yes.
Bless you.
And there she goes, Neil. Fantastic.
It was
Fan-bloody-tastic. Horror, ghost, beer.
What more?
Alan Partridge. I guarantee she likes chicken wings as well. So there you go.
Chicken wings. Who don't like chicken wings? Apart from vegans.
Vegans and vegetarians, Neil. Anyway, thanks everybody joining the chat and joining the show. It's been fantastic. Please share away. You know, you'll do for us. That's all I've got to say. Our next show, Neil, next Wednesday, we have got the YouTube, internet, social media, paranormal legend, Mickey York. Mickey York's going to be joining us next Wednesday. And the Wednesday after that, we're doing 3 shows in 3 weeks, Neil.
I know.
We got Rosin Taylor from the YouTube channel, Rosin in Wonderland. So we're going to be busy. We'll see you lot next Wednesday when we got Mickey York on.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody that's been in the chat. You've been absolutely fantastic tonight, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
honestly, great questions, great banter. Can't ask for more.
Neil, we need to wrap up the show. We've gone over an hour. I never thought we would. But anyway, if you are out investigating this weekend and you don't get any bloody spirits, just do what we do. We'll drink them instead. We'll see you next week with Mickey York.
Bonjour. Au revoir. Bon de douche.
Thanks a lot.
Shower cap.